Tuesday, March the 17th. And what a crazy weekend, right? Another crazy weekend in crypto. Overall, crypto is kind of holding steady. There's actually some amazement that Bitcoin, in spite of the Terra collapse debacle, which there's still a lot of speculation on, I don't think we're going to get any color on that because I'm pretty sure Quan has been told by his lawyers to shut up and not say a word because clearly he didn't do something right, or else we would know everything that happened. If this were out of his control, or if this were something that he had not done something negligent with, we would know what happened pretty clearly. But he's now Quan is trying to split off the fork and have Terra run independently, airdrop people that had Luna coins and create a Luna Classic. And he's got, just go away. Girl, don't go away mad. Just go away. I think at this point, everyone's tired of his shit. Anybody who owned $1.5 billion in Luna a couple weeks ago, that's now worth about $3,000. So that's quite a crash. I called it the Enron of crypto. It's pretty close. Enron was a little bigger, adjusted for inflation, even bigger. But for crypto, this is pretty big. So what's the nuts and bolts of it? Like the vultures that they are, federal government is now coming in and saying, hey, we have the solution. We're going to regulate stable coins. And I have a very, let's call it a suspicion that our U.S. government coordinated with private industry to make this crash happen. And Quan got set up in a little bit of a sting. And now he signed some agreements and or did some things that weren't right for greedy reasons and can't say a damn word about it. And now, as the solution for the person who started the fire, here comes the arsonist. I will put the fire out if you give me more power to do so. Now, there's two camps on this in crypto. There's the camp that says this is great. Government regulation, making sure that these stable coins are financially backed. These are good things. And they can be good things, depending on how the legislation's written, or they could be terribly bad. If we can guarantee that the stable coins actually have the capital to back up bank run stuff, that would be great. So today, even USDT, which is Tether stablecoin, had a multi-billion-dollar, I think over $1 billion run that dropped the stable peg from $1 to 95 cents. And a lot of people said, what's going on? So, that's why the logo on this particular one is USDC, which is the only one that appears to be actually backed dollar to dollar and not some quasi Ponzi scheme. So I'm happy to announce that considering UST is completely out, US Tether is a little flimsy. USDC is legit. As of this moment, we're going to be working with Solana and USDC as our stable coin, unless something happens in the financial side. The government may just pull JP Morgan in or BlackRock as the arbiter for all stables, in which case they'll leverage the shit out of it and have it traded at 1,000 to 1 on the security side in no time flat. That's the joys of the way that they work. So that's the big news, is what's going to happen with the stable coins, because as the stable coins go, so does crypto. If there's another stable coin crash, that's going to be very bad. However, Bitcoin stood strong. I mean, you're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of Bitcoin sold in a crashing way. And there's Bitcoin still at 30,183. I didn't even see that coming. I thought Bitcoin was going to get hammered, start heading down to the low 20s, but it actually held up like a champ. That's a good sign that Bitcoin might be in line to be the world's currency. So for a lot of people out there that missed the last one on Friday, this has really shown that there's a big difference between coins and cryptocurrencies and tokens and cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin being technology, because Bitcoin doesn't have a CEO. It's just run autonomously. That's really the way to do it. At some point, we'll push our stuff out. In the beginning, I have to run it as a company. I got to be able to build things, put it out together, have a finalized product, and then be able to rebuild that finalized product onto a blockchain and push it out. And I'll do it eventually. but that's a lot of work. To get it right the first time, you usually go, oh, shit, I forgot to do this. Once it's pushed to the blockchain, you can't make those changes. The changes are permanently etched in. You can push another version up, but then you got multiple versions, people on this, that it's just becomes like in the real world, when you have multiple versions and updates, you kill off the old version, you add your new version. People don't use the old version, or you might have some users on the old version, some on the new version. In blockchain, it's much more permanent than that. It's like getting a tattoo. You can't really go through and undo it without years of going to laser treatment and telling people to stop using the first version. Maybe that's a bad metaphor, but either way, you get the point. So you're seeing a little bit of a little bit of volatility and at the same time stability, which is kind of cool considering everything else. I've seen some really bullish reports on crypto, on specific on Bitcoin, that there are some trading matrices that show that it's going to be skyrocketing soon. However, Bitcoin has become even more tied in to a 0.8 ratio, back to 0.8 with a stock market, and specifically with the tech stocks. That's not good because tech stocks have been getting crushed, specifically SaaS companies, for which I'm building one. So SaaS is going to crap in a handbasket, which is the perfect time for me to build one and go all in to go in. Some say that that's crazy, but I guess that's the way I work. I'm just a little bit nutty like that. So we've got some interesting times coming on. Overall, things are pretty stable. Things have been going down, things have been going up. Your standard Bitcoin stuff. I see some good stuff in the market. A couple days of mostly greens. That's what you want to see. You want to see them stacked together. They're like first downs in football. You just want to see them put together a run of them so that you can endure a 4 or 5% drop day and still be up. That is the magic of it. You've got, other than that, no major stories. You've got some Dubai airports that are taking Bitcoin. Your standard adoption stories of people going, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. Some people saying Shiba Inu is done, that it's going to go to zero. It really has been getting crushed. Solana, who we use a lot, is actually trading at about 50. What a great coin to be trading at 50, right? So it's a good time to pick up some bargains. Even if it does have another mini crash, wait a couple years, you'll be, I think, doing real well. And remember, this is not financial advice. I don't want to hear any shit if you have a bad day. People love that. Oh, one more thing. Blackstone has been talking with the FCC about putting together the ETF, and those talks have been going well. So as this whole stable coin thing magically comes into focus with the Federal Reserve getting involved, BlackRock's magically getting involved with the spot ETF. Now, again, depending on how this is done, this could be the greatest news ever for cryptocurrency. I mean, you could see 100 to 1 money coming in. In the meantime, though, a lot of people are selling. So a lot of basically the poor are getting poorer, the rich are going to get richer. If you can hold on. It's going to be volatile, but at the end of it, it should be well worth it. As long as you don't have a bunch of shit coins like Luna's. Should be great. But who saw Luna as a shitcoin? They had a ton. They had billions of dollars of backup. So sometimes these things do happen, and you got to be careful. The only real coin you're safe with is Bitcoin. That's the nuts and bolts of it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow and kind of get into more detailed stuff on what's happening in the market. But for now, everybody have a great day. Have a great Tuesday, and let's reconvene tomorrow, Wednesday. Bye-bye.